From the silver screen to animated classics, the Joker has taken on many forms over the years. As one of the most iconic villains in comic book history, each portrayal brings something unique to the character. But which Joker stands out as the best, and which one falls short? In today's video, we're ranking every Joker from best to worst, exploring what makes each performance unforgettable, or, unfortunately, forgettable. So get ready to dive into the chaos. Whether it's a chilling laugh or a devilish grin, the Joker has been terrifying and captivating audiences for decades. From Jack Nicholson's iconic gangster to Joaquin Phoenix's Oscar-winning take, each version has sparked endless debates. But when it comes down to it, who truly nailed the role, and who missed the mark? So let's break down the madness and reveal which Joker truly reigned supreme. Believe it or not, the Joker wasn't always an A-list comic book villain. Inspired by the character in the silent tragedy The Man Who Laughs, the Joker first played Gotham City in 1940. According to behind-the-scenes legends, creators Bill Finger, Jerry Robinson, and Bob Kane intended the Joker to die at the end of his first story. They eventually realized what a special character they had on their hands and kept him alive. Even then, the Joker was just one of Batman's many nemesis and dropped from regular rotation after the 1960s TV show perhaps overexposed him. His hibernation ended, though, when Dennis O'Neil and Neil Adams released the Joker's Five-Way Revenge in Batman number 251 in 1973. From that point on, the Joker laughed his way to the top of the Arkham Asylum bunch. His spot solidified when new Hollywood legend Jack Nicholson became the highest paid actor ever, or at least up to that point, to play the part. Since then, the Joker has been a mainstay in Batman adaptations, and many great actors have taken to the part. Longtime voice actors Larry Storch and Frank Welker brought the character to life in cartoons from the 60s through the 80s, while Kevin Michael Richardson, Alan Tudyk, and even Brent Spiner put their own spin on the Joker for the Batman, Harley Quinn, and Young Justice, respectively. And we have Barry Keoghan lurking in Arkham Asylum with Matt Reeves as the Batman. Compelling as all of these takes are, the 7 actors below give their most prominent portrayals, even if they aren't at all the same quality. Right off the bat, at number 7, Jared Leto from Suicide Squad and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Given the general incompetence of movie studio executives, it's easy to understand why fans would clamor for creatives such as Zack Snyder and David Ayer to have control over their movies. But these particular creatives don't always make the best decision, as demonstrated by the fact they cast Jared Leto as the Joker. Even when playing a regular dude, Leto confuses more acting with good acting. So why in the world would anyone ask him to play the Joker in Suicide Squad, especially following up Heath Ledger's iconic take? Sure enough, Leto throws everything at the wall in the hope that something would shock viewers. Is a twisted tattoo on his forehead shocking? No. How about laying around a bunch of knives while audibly attempting to turn your laugh down to half speed? Nothing? What if the Joker coos about hurting Harley Quinn? Ledger's Joker described himself as a dog just chasing cars. That explanation better fits Leto's unfocused take. That fact makes Snyder's decision to bring back Leto for his restored cut of Justice League all the more galling. When he and Ben Affleck's Batman has his nightmare face-off with this clown, you can almost see Leto looking at the camera and asking, "Do you like me now?" In number 6, Joaquin Phoenix. From Joker and Joker 2. Yes, I know that Joaquin Phoenix won a Best Actor Oscar for playing Arthur Fleck in Joker. And yes, I do think that Phoenix is one of the best actors of his generation. But here's the thing. He's terrible in both Joker movies. Director Todd Phillips abandons his responsibility to actually give direction to Phoenix, letting the actor do whatever he wanted. Thus, we get an emaciated Phoenix playing Fleck, standing in his living room and contorting himself for no reason. We get him playing crazy through an endless series of tics and twitches, his intermittent bursts of laughter representing the most controlled part of his performance. Contrast Phoenix's Joker to his better performances as a troubled man, namely The Master. Even leaving aside the fact that the Master director made Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood, and Todd Phillips made The Hangover and Old School, the differences in Phoenix's performance are remarkable. Anderson's camera traces the tension on Phoenix's face, but he also makes the actor keep his anger and tension internal. There's a confidence to Phoenix's portrayal of the madman and the Master that's missing from Joker, which plays like a cartoon version of a crazy person, something that would be appropriate for a comic book movie if only Joker wasn't so intent on being a serious big boy movie for grown-ups who tell everyone that Moss won a Pulitzer. Number 5, Cesar Romero from Batman 1966 to 1969. Given the absolute seriousness that Ledger and Phoenix brought to the Joker, it almost seems sacrilegious that Cesar Romero refused to shave his mustache when he joined the cast of the 1966 series. But Romero's reluctance illustrates the way most people thought of the Joker at the time. He was just one of Batman's villains, no more remarkable than the Penguin or the Riddler. So Romero is the ultimate middle-of-the-road pick. He looks great, mustache and all, in his colorful costume and clown makeup, but no better than the Penguin or any of the women who played Catwoman. He knows how to vamp and cackle, but no more so than any other bad guy actor. Nothing demonstrates that better than the 1966 movie based on the show, in which the Joker is one of 4 bad guys, alongside Penguin, Catwoman, and the Riddler. All 4 baddies are pitched at the same level of intensity, but the other 3 manage to steal certain scenes for themselves. Romero, however, just lingers in the background, giving a big laugh when he gets a close-up, but never making viewers miss him when he's not on screen. Is that a bad thing? No, not really. Romero, a serviceable bad guy, which is all Joker was in the 60s. And then number 4, Cameron Monahan from Gotham. Gotham went into production as an adaptation of the great series Gotham Central and came out something very different. Instead, Gotham felt more like the 60s series recreated for a post-Dark Knight era. In between detectives Gordon and Bullock interacting with baby Batman and Catwoman, they encounter baddies as silly as anything you'd find fighting Adam West and Burt Ward. At its best, Gotham used its prequel standing to have fun with the Batman status quo. Case in point, Cameron Monahan as twin brothers Jerome and Jeremiah Valeska. From his first appearance in the season 1 episode, The Blind Fortune Teller, which introduced him as a circus performer who lets out a hideous cackle after confessing to his mother's murder, Gotham teased him becoming the clown prince of crime. That teasing continues throughout the remaining 4 seasons. Initially, Gotham creator Bruno Heller intended for Jerome to be one of many proto-Jokers who may have inspired the actual guy. But as the series progressed, Jerome became more and more established as the Joker of the show. That is, until his death at the end of season 4. But because Jerome sprayed acid on his straight-laced brother Jeremiah before dying, the character in questions lingered. To his great credit, Monahan played both brothers fully aware of the viewer's expectations. Whether portraying Jerome or Jeremiah, Monahan seemed to wink at his audience, knowing that they expected him to put on a purple suit and never doing it, which makes him a proper agent of chaos, exactly as the Joker should be. Number 3, Jack Nicholson from Batman 1989.
Jack is dead, my friend. You can call me Joker.
I was 1 year old when Batman came out, and I'll admit, I hated Jack Nicholson's performance. It just didn't feel like the Joker to me, an opinion that solidified as I watched more Jack Nicholson films and just assumed he played the same character in every part. I was a very dumb kid, is what I'm saying. Nicholson was the first actor to play the Joker with no real precedent outside of the comics, as the TV and cartoon versions were just generic baddies. Everyone else would be riffing on the version that preceded them, which makes Nicholson's idea of Joker as performance artist even more impressive. The Batman script by Sam Hamm by Warren Scarn saddles the leads with standard 80s action movie tropes, and director Tim Burton famously didn't care about the character motivations, saying, quote, "I have no idea," Burton answered when Nicholson asked him why the Joker went up a tower at the movie's end. Yet Nicholson makes his Joker feel like a comic book character come to life, a murderous artist who sees the world as a giant prank without ever having to articulate his worldview. All the world's a stage, and Nicholson's Joker is going to play to the cheap seats while knocking them dead, literally. Although Joel Schumacher wanted Nicholson to return as the Joker in a dream sequence for the shelved Batman Unchained, it's better that he only had one outing. Nicholson's Joker is one of a kind, unique in the annals of the character and in the actor's filmography, no matter what young dumb me thought. And at number 2, Mark Hamill for Batman the Animated Series.
I'm flattered. The end of the world, and you want to spend it with me.
How great is Mark Hamill's take on the Joker? So great that the Joker, not the main character in a genre-defining blockbuster, is Hamill's signature role. Every other person to play the Joker has a particular interpretation, sadist or prankster or showman or monster, etc., etc. Hamill plays multiple notes, often at once. When he drops into a low growl, the Joker conveys genuine menace. Yet when he tosses off a corny one-liner and bows for an audience, Hamill makes the different tones all feel consistent. Hamill, of course, wasn't the first pick to voice Joker in Batman the Animated Series. Tim Curry got the role first and voiced several episodes before Bruce Timm and Alan Burnett replaced him with Hamill. Reasons that have never been made clear. Whatever went into the decision, there's no question that it was the right one. Thanks to his ability to adjust his voice to a variety of tones, Hamill's Joker truly feels like he exists in his own world. There's the grotesque nuclear family he established in Mask of the Phantasm, jolly holiday host in Christmas with the Joker, suave businessman in The Laughing Fish. One almost gets the sense that he's trying to be a regular person, but it always gets refracted into something upsetting and strange. Number 1, Heath Ledger from The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger performs a magic trick in The Dark Knight. No, I'm not just referring to the way he makes a pencil disappear by burying it deep into the eye of a mob tough. I'm referring to the fact that he feels like a force of destructive nature, even though he visibly spills no blood on screen, and he does it as a proper Joker, completely with a showman's flourish at the end. Not just that Ledger's Joker refuses to pick a single mode, veering between theatrical glory hound, the old school mob enforcer, to mental illness victim, it's that Ledger plays each version with complete sincerity as if he's finally discovered his true self, and all the rest are just masks he put on. We viewers believe him when he says that he doesn't have a plan. We also believe him when he claps for the newly promoted Commissioner Gordon, and we believe him when he says he doesn't want to kill Batman. Part of that belief comes from the fact that it's clear that Ledger's Joker is having so much fun. There's the delighted giggle he releases when his henchman gets zapped by Batman's mask. There's the shock Joker relates when the Gotham City cop says that he killed 6 of his pals. And yes, there's the way he says, yeah, when the mobsters ask if he thinks he can just walk out. Ledger is fun, frightening, and chaotic, completely redefining the character in a way that no one in movies, TV, or comics can get around. So that is my list of the Joker actors from worst to best. Let me know your ranking, and where do you this list? Do I have them in the wrong order? Let me know your order in the comments section below. Of course, give us a thumbs up if you like our video, hit that subscribe button down below, and thanks so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.